Hey everybody, this is Chris from the Great Brick Lab. Today we're going to go over BrickStore and BrickMonkey and the combination of the two and how you can use them to effectively catalog a lot of parts in a short period of time. I will be a little bit slower because I'll be demonstrating it. Starting to stream a little bit early here, so for those of you that do join into the live, you'll chat with me, I'm sure. So let me talk a little bit about my setup here. So on my screen here that you can see, I've got 4 windows. 3 of them are mostly visible. The working large file is a large drawer that I dump things in, kind of like a working file, and that eventually will move into a main file that will go into a bigger box that sits behind me here. I can show you that. So this bigger box right here, which is covered up with the new laptop right now, that will eventually be filled with multiple small and multiple large drawers. And then the small file, there's this little small file, and that's a small drawer, smaller pieces. They go in there. So as I'm trying to catalog, I try and catalog complete figs. That's the goal. My goal is to catalog a fig as complete. Hey, Daddy O's Bricks, thanks for joining the stream. So I have a small pile of parts here. Today I am featuring BrickMonkey, and I have permission to do that. So if you're not familiar with BrickMonkey, I suggest you go to brickmonkey.app, especially if you're cataloging minifig parts in Lego. Absolutely incredibly valuable tool, and I've quickly adopted almost all my processes in order to use it. So, and one thing I've done here is I've shared the screen of my phone that I'm going to use for the cataloging, and that way you can see what I'm doing on the phone. It's going to be a little maybe difficult to see where I'm clicking and tapping at, but I think the interface is so easy and intuitive that it won't matter. You'll be able to get through it. And because I'm displaying the phone, it's easy to use a little handheld camera that's on my Wi-Fi network with an app that I downloaded for my Windows computer, and you can kind of see some of these things that I'm going to get identified. That one there, I didn't know that hat came in tan. I don't think that hat comes in tan, and it's got a hole in the top here. I think that we're looking at a piece of troll there. That's going to be, I think, a non-Lego there. This is also a little present from the person who does my sorting. They know that's not Lego, and they put it in there anyway. So definitely some fun custom creations in here. A really frayed cape. These are right out of our bulk. So we buy our bulk, and then we get it pretty much in this condition here. Really, really yellowed helmet there. So that is definitely not sellable. Wow. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to get a lot of sellable stuff out of here. Oh, but at least whoever this person was that did the custom work was consistent, putting a Star Wars pilot helmet on a ninja torso. Oh, look at that! We got a wing. We can actually make a full pterodactyl. I think that's how I don't know how to say that. Okay, so if you do have questions, Brick, Mark, and Daddy O's, and anybody else who joins in, don't be shy about asking. So one of the other things that we do when we're cataloging or doing our pre-sort on our bulk, and we get bulk at about 53 to 50-ish pounds of bulk in a big box, we open it up, and as we're going through it, sometimes we find a lot of a single part. So I don't know what set these came from, so I am curious. So I'm going to start with that. So this is a BrickStore. So inside BrickStore, there's a lot of really great features that have developed even over this the last, I would say, year or so, and he's constantly coming up with new suggestions. If you go to his GitHub site, he takes seriously all the suggestions, and if you make a suggestion and it's actually solved in some other area of the tool, he will totally point to that reference. The gentleman who does that development has brought a lot of value to being able to catalog Lego efficiently and quickly. Okay, so this color lock is a really valuable tool here. So I know this to be medium nougat. You do kind of need to know your colors. That's something that you have to learn in order to get really good at this. You do need to know your colors. So I don't really know what this is called, but I think I can measure the length of it. I have a tool here that I keep under my mat for measuring the length of things, and I just have a mouse pad mat that covers my whole desk, and I'm just going to go ahead and measure this, and it says it's it goes just a little bit over 21 studs. So let's do this. Let's just type in 21 and then get rid of everything that has a pattern. So dash PAT, no pattern. And I've got color lock on medium nougat. That didn't work. What about 22? There it is. So this is called a flexible hose. Maybe I should have known that. All right. So I put it into this untitled spot here, but I think I'm going to put it into large file. So now the goal is count it to 4, 6, 8, 10. So we've got 10 of those. My curiosity is piqued about what set this comes from, and if it's all in the same set. Yeah, pirate ship, exactly 10. So what pirate ship is that? So we got 10. Control G to get an average price, increase by 33%. Control X that, put it into not the small, but the large folder, and then save that right away. Anytime you see that little asterisk right there, that means that file is not saved, and I constantly just learn to do Control S and constantly save the file as I'm going along. So I'm getting cold. I'm going to duck down and turn on my heater. Okay, so that's a quick demonstration of how to use the color lock, how to find a unknown name of a part based on a length. So next, let's do a BrickMonkey demo. So here is the guy we're going to find, and it looks like it's going to be easy. BrickMonkey doesn't need it to be lined up in the brackets. There's brackets available, but it really doesn't need it. I've actually taken like really bad photos with BrickMonkey, and it still found it. The algorithm that does the scanning of the torso and the way it puts it into, I don't know how he built this, the logic behind it, but incredibly good. Yeah, there's the one with the blue milk. That has really gone up in price. Oh man. So we're probably looking at, I don't know, I guess I could take my pick here. I see really one hair torso, but I'm going to start with this one here at the bottom, SW0078. So what I'll do next is the fastest thing I've seen to do is take and just plug it into here, then Control BC, and it jumps over to BrickLink in my Chrome browser, and then I can take this torso and then see the different combinations. And I really found this to be the fastest way to do this. So I definitely don't have that head, but and then because I'm doing it this way, I can actually turn this over, and you can kind of track with me. I mean, really, I got any choice I want here. So now the next goal is to grab a box of all tan. So I got a box of all tan hair piece. Oh, there's one right on top. No, that's not the right one. And I dropped it. So I don't know that I'm going to have that torso. So I don't want to spend a lot of time looking for that and keep the stream held up, because this is a good demo. I'm finding this one a lot. I have plenty of this particular hair piece. Let me put it underneath the camera here. So this is the hair piece that I am finding quite consistently, but I don't, that's not the right one. If I go over here and I come back, I can go to zoom in on the hair piece, and that's a different one. And I get confused between those two, and that one is a lot more common. The one up there is not quite as common. And I'm done. So what do you do when you're done and like don't want to spend additional time looking for it? Time is a very valuable resource when I'm doing this. So what I'll do is I'll grab a tag, just a little cut piece of paper, and I need the number SW0778. SW0778. And then I will tag those guys together in a bag. And then, so he's in a bag with that tag. Then I take this, and I will copy that, and then I will go to my Star Wars bag H, and there's already one in there. Actually, there's 5 of them in there, and they don't have all their heads, so I'm not going to merge it. Well, all right, so that's line 20. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to go up to line 20, and then I'm going to say I need one more hair. Okay, so, and those guys are bagged over here. So this is bag H. So I try and keep everything within reach. Okay, so here it is with some of the special hairs, and I'm just going to add it to that bag and then hand this to somebody at the warehouse, and then someday, it may be a couple years from now, someday that'll get picked up and processed a little. So I see some chat going on here. How's it going? I'm currently sorting 20 pounds of standard slopes with my siblings. Well, hopefully they're getting paid. Otherwise, you're getting free labor, which is cool. Oh, no, there's your next comment. I conned them into helping me, so that means you're getting it for free. And then Daddy O's Brick says he's putting 6 copies of the Ninjago Cardamom set into the store. And then, hey Bill, BrickMonkey is a game changer, totally a game changer. I completely agree with that. It has sped up the identity. The other thing I will say that it would enable a person who's like not necessarily experienced in how to search the terms in BrickStore or BrickLink to get it. But yeah, you need to download it, and you really need to use this tool if you're trying to identify Lego. So very, very powerful tool. So let's move on to our next one. And I'm just going to take the photo here. Didn't even take the helmet off to see how it does. Yep, it found it right away. I know that it's not correct. But I'm looking for blocked open heads. I need a lot of those. Actually, I'm going to kind of keep that set aside. But let's see if we can build the ninja. Okay, so some images are not in here. Don't be dismayed, because all the images are here for that. These arms feel a little loose. I'm sitting there playing with it while I'm holding it. Yeah, this is... Let me show you a picture of this. I am not going to catalog this. Let's do this. So there is damage on this torso. You can see that right there. That is enough damage for me that I am going to not send this into the store. The front looks fine, but the arms are loose. That I would consider that heavily damaged. I wouldn't even put it in there as playwear. I got this as a purchase from my store. So all right, so pull the hands off, save the hands. You don't need to give those up. The legs are perfectly fine. There's no damage on those. The arms, even this arm right here, that is definitely very unacceptable. This arm here looks to be okay. Is it got a crack? No crack. So I think we can salvage this left arm. Is this a left arm? Okay. Then the rest of it goes into a container and maybe eventually an eBay sale. All right, so here's the second one. And we don't need these pieces. He's okay. And he's got white hands. What color are his hands supposed to be? So if you go back, the torso is still cataloged here, and then I can easily do show one fig. And he's supposed to have yellow hands, not even supposed to have white. A BrickMonkey, you know what? There is an AI for identifying Lego bricks, so I think you're definitely making a reference to Big Robot, which is not ready. I got heads rolling here. Where did the head go? There it is. Big Robot won't see any action until next summer, or this coming summer. All right, so I got a couple of helmets here. Let's look at these helmets. That's in pretty good shape. I don't like that damage right there, but that is actually, I consider that to be an acceptable level of damage. It's not bad. To the naked eye, it's a little bit more difficult to see, but these are, these are aged enough. So I'll put those two in as individual helmets to get rid of these white hands and store those. Now, can I find... So now, this right here, this step right here, these back and forth is not normally what I would do. All right, CAS. Really? See, it's new? All right. So Castle, 050 NEW, Control BC. Why is it new? 2009, 2012. So this is a reissue? I don't really know if I want to build it. I don't have it in my store's inventory, so I think it'd be worth building it. All right, so let's see if we can find a head. Thought I saw one. There's one right there. There's one that's got a lot of playwear on the headband, but this one's nice right here. All right, so we're making progress, and I definitely have that red ninja wrap. So there's the guy. And red ninja wrap is over here with all the other ninja wraps. I have been reorganizing my workstation here where I build figs. So he's done. And I've been cataloging or storing things a little bit differently. All right, now he needs a bag and a tag. So he is... Okay, so he's going to get tagged and bagged. So again, if you do have questions, put them in the chat. I do see it was literally typing out, are there any updates on... Yeah, he was literally... Yeah, I wish I had more updates on Big Robot, but it's slow going. But we have had a phenomenal year as far as productivity is concerned. Okay. All right, so he's in there, and he's going to go in at 4.50 cents. All right, let's do a couple more, and I think that is enough to demonstrate how this works. Let's see if we can find one that's kind of a tougher one to do. I mean, really, it does not do friends torsos. I do have a friends torso right here. Don't bother with it yet. It's not doing it yet. Here's one. Let's do this one. All right, so that's a fun one. Very Christmassy sweater type. Oh, so sometimes that's good. So this came up. There's two of them. It's not a duplicate. They're different. Okay, so there's some detail on these two that are different. Or maybe this actually does look like a duplicate. Typically, that's not a duplicate, but let's see what happens here. So SW1117. Sometimes it's like there's one that has something on the back and the other one doesn't, but the print on the front is the same. So I've got the correct head on this one. That's the head we're looking for. That head has a glare on the eye right there. That's actually a glare, not a damaged part to it. This is the last one I'm going to do, and then I'm going to end the stream. So you do have a question, you need to ask it now. The color of the legs is wrong. Does this torso come in any other? No, only one minifig. Now, what about the other torso that it identified? Or the other... Yeah, it just shows up twice for some reason. Okay, so it's SW1117. So all I need to do is I have the correct head. I need dark red legs. Got those. And a swept tousled hair piece, black. So here's all the hair pieces. There's all kinds of hair pieces here. Let's see if we can find it. Well, I don't think you need me to sit here and look at the hair pieces while I'm doing that. So that's it. That's the demonstration in a nutshell. I do want to do more of these Christmas lives. I'm doing this one short intentionally so that other people can watch it and kind of get all the content quickly. There are a lot more features inside of BrickStore that you can use that I definitely could go over. But to keep this short, we're going to go ahead and end it today. So thanks everybody for joining. And I hope everybody has a great and very Merry Christmas.